Hi Taurus, welcome into your mid-April 2024 money and career tarot reading. I hope all is well in your Taurus world. Do remember, before we jump into the cards, to book a personal reading with myself. All the information is down below in the description box. Just shoot me a quick email and I'll definitely get that started for you. But I pulled an overall energy for us because I have Taurus in my Mars if you're new to the channel. I totally get you and love a quality Taurus. But you got the King of Cups. It feels like a very peaceful, accomplishing, progressive time for you. Things are heading in the right direction. It feels like you are very much so, or at least in certain ways, or maybe at certain points, the most peaceful, most grounded energy in a situation. I'm hearing you are skilled, to say the very least. You have the ability to transform something to your advantage. You have the ability to utilize one, if not multiple, skill sets that I feel are transforming and growing at this time to your advantage, and potentially to help one, if not multiple, other people, or maybe a specific demographic or two. There's a huge focus on when you're glowing, when you're working, when you're accomplishing, when you're connecting as well, and maybe even more so glowing and shining because you're disconnecting strategically. But we as well have the Hermit card, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, colorful energy. It's a time where the wheel is turning in your favor, a lot of which it's a birthing that recently happened, maybe before April, or maybe in the beginning stages of which. But either way, it could be at this time, the remainder of the month for you. But it feels like the wheel's turning for you, and those of which working more than one opportunity. Could be a business, a job, two jobs, maybe two businesses, or two aspects of which. It feels like this is something you're balancing out quite nicely, and you're very much standing out in the crowd as somebody who doesn't blend in, but also doesn't what's the wording I'm looking for, doesn't give into the way other people do things, right? Conform. Thank you. Conform. I feel as if you're going to be feeling quite passionate for the most part in the remainder of April, and this is working to your advantage. Something's growing quite nicely, and it feels like this is a time that's highlighting the end point of a waiting period for you, for some of which I feel like it's up to 3 different waiting periods, maybe for an investment, a business taking off, and more money coming in. It feels like a gamble you took recently, and maybe a gamble as well for some of which onto the reading you're meant to take moving forward past this month. Very much beneficial. All right, some of which onto the reading, I feel like that gamble moving forward is playing the lottery or gambling otherwise in a literal sense. But I want to say you moved to a new place of residence, or you jumped to a new career choice. You made a choice that shifted things for you, and you've been seeing benefits in certain ways, but I feel like either way, it's time for you to see more benefits come through, all right? And not just because of that, because of your hard work paying off from the past, and now more so because you are you, because you're changing. There's a feeling of you growing on a soul level through your work, and people love it. People are inspired, and people are really feeling a desire for more of what you have to offer on so many different levels. As I'm being drawn to the 2 butterflies here, there was a Tower moment from the past. It was worth it, okay? It was definitely the right choice, whether you felt partially or at all within control when it came to it. But it felt like I just saw a butterfly fly by. There's a lot of transformation on different levels once again. But this may also talk about the end or the beginning of the end of that waiting period, if not a couple for you. What you expect is going to come to be. You're manifesting, my friend, as you look at this squirrel here. And I do feel like there's a lot of symbolism coming throughout the remainder of April. You need to trust your intuition in regards to looking up and taking to heart, or applying in one way, shape, or form. But what you expect, again, maybe an ending period, the end of that job, maybe a shift in that job. So make sure it's in a positive direction for you, okay? What you want is going to come to be is kind of the vibe, if not fully the vibe. And I feel like that as well speaks upon what you've wanted, desired, even needed from the past, but more so at this point. And it's okay if things that you've wanted and needed rewinding back is now changing, because you're changing and growing. And I feel like your perspective, again, is everything. Now, where you felt a minimalizing or a loss of finances, I want to say, there's a reasoning for it, okay, for everything. Keep that in mind. Remember that. But it's a time for you where you need to recognize that you have what it takes knowledge-wise, experience-wise, The wits is what I'm getting to manage things better now. Mistakes happened, I want to say purposely, okay? But it's up to you to utilize that to make better choices, or just to maybe, I want to say, trust your Taurus intuition more and not let things get the best of you in the way they once did, or just have. But they're saying take what you deserve, and let's keep it moving. I feel like you also need to remember when you need to balance things out and take a day for yourself, because there's such a hard working vibe about you for the most part. Just because you're balanced and organically grounded as a Taurus naturally, maybe for the most part for some, doesn't mean that consistently working yourself to the ground, right, even on a low battery at certain points, is going to benefit you. It's just not, okay? You need to take a day or two, if not several, throughout the remainder of April, and take care of yourself, even if it means doing completely nothing. It's not wasted, okay? You're feeling quite strong in your ability to accomplish at that job and or business, or maybe multiple jobs for some. I feel like when you're ultra serious, you could be empathic and picking up on energy. It could be your spirituality. I feel like you have a lot on your plate either way, and so they're drawing me to this, a lot on your back. But there's a move in the right direction that you might be securing for yourself. I feel like somebody's gaining a new place of employment is what I'm getting. But I was going to say a new place of residence. And I feel like if you've been looking to or need a car for the future, that's happening within 2 months is the vibe, okay? It's the feeling that's coming through. When things feel a little fuzzy, don't force it, okay? Your intuition, your spirit team and other spirits coming to join you will make things quite clear, or at least partially clear at the right timing. Like Leo, timing is on your side. You're very electrifying in a very angelic way for the most part throughout the remainder of the month. And I want to say as well, when it comes to your work, people just feel drawn to how you're changing once again, who you are and what you have to offer, even in a silent manner. But let's remember, patience is key. I know it's not stereotypically Taurus's strong suit, but I feel like you need to, at this point, be feeling strong in your ability to be one with that, or bring it on back, okay? Especially when it comes to a work environment, or where you're accomplishing for your business, maybe where you're living for some, and it could be more than one of those that's feeling a little rough in energy, maybe too much pressure, or just expectation playing into it. And I'm hearing not everybody has your back. Okay, that could be where you're living once again, but I feel like for a lot of which that is more so when it comes to your finances. Okay, I wasn't going to say that, but a work environment, a job, if you will. Trust what you've learned, what you're feeling, what you felt, and don't question it, okay? Because I feel like oversharing is not going to do you justice. But if you know someone's a friend at work, or at least an acquaintance of involving certain levels of trust, or in general, then that's fine. Bond, right? I feel like someone's working a job where people don't want you to bond like that, and it's like, I'm trying to enjoy myself as I work a lot and gain financial security and clean things up for myself, and simply make it happen is what I'm hearing. But yeah, it may be one, if not multiple, of those 3 situations we've been mentioning that feels very heavy in energy. This also talks about all that you have on your plate. It may talk about financial burdens, but Spirit is reminding you have patience with that as well, because things will feel lighter when they're meant to, things will be released when they're meant to, and things will be paid off and acquired in divine timing. I know it's easier said than done. Where there's a little bit of competition, if not a lot of which for some, I feel like this is none of your business, or it's just not for you to associate with, because I feel like you're a very independent soul, and you're doing a great job at this point for the most part at not comparing your acquiring, accomplishing, your status even for some, your progression to other people, or other situations. And so just keep that going and let people, I'm hearing, make their own mistakes. Okay? It's kind of like the Queen of Wands, or Queen of Cups rather, in this deck, where her hands are up. It's like, I'm not going to try to control what I can't. I'm not going to force it. And I'm not going to associate myself with this, and that I know I shouldn't, or I'm being informed I shouldn't. But in a very releasing, passionate way, things are falling into place, my friend. It's a time for you to gain exactly what you need when you need it. Accomplish exactly what you're meant to when you're meant to, okay? And I feel like music is going to be a nice escape for you, and even a chance for Spirit to communicate. But again, trust your intuition. But I'm hearing music to my ears, as well as you singing your own Taurus song, getting your voice out there, and putting your vibe, your touch on things in such an epic, peaceful but passionate way once again. As a time, Taurus, where things are working out in your favor, you need to have faith, you need to have patience, and recognize that as things get accomplished and you have that increase and at times release in the right way at the right time, everything's falling into place, okay? I'm hearing, to wrap this up, a Taurus can do no wrong, okay? Amazing reading. So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of April, and we'll talk again soon.